So these are just a few pointers for how to have a healthy vacation. And I can't guarantee that you won't gain a little bit of weight on your vacation, but you can always shed a pound or two. It's harder when you go away and gain 10, which people do when they go on a cruise. So, that's just what I found is if I can have a healthy vacation, I tend to book more vacations and we enjoy them more. Jack, say have a healthy vacation.
Have a healthy vacation.
So one part of staying healthy on vacation is getting outside and getting some exercise. When you think about it, if you have a job like mine, where you're standing still or sitting at a desk all day, no matter what you do, as long as you're not standing still or sitting at a desk for your vacation, you're gonna get more exercise. You don't have to run, just go for a walk if you're not an exerciser. Be outside. You'll find when you're not near the fridge, you're less tempted to eat. Plus, that's a bonus. And the other bonus, when you figure out how to have a fairly healthy vacation, you'll be a lot more likely to try and book another vacation after. Because if it's good for you, it's worth the expense.
Another vacation how-to top tip: ignore the weather. If it's bad weather, don't just sit around and drink beer. Get out and do your thing anyway. Who cares? You're not gonna melt in the rain. Most of you aren't gonna melt in the rain. There may be some witches out there. Okay, so another tip: if you can find one, usually for the price of a good hotel room, you can get a pretty decent condo as long as you're staying on their time schedule. So it's usually like a 1 week slot you need to book. But get a place with a kitchen and stock your fridge on the first day with stuff that you like to cook, and that'll keep you from eating at restaurants every day. So 2 other tips and tricks. I've gone really hardcore before and not had like any beer or wine or whatever on vacation, and that works great, but lately I kind of like to imbibe a bit. But I like having a drink or two, but who really, at our age with our metabolism, you know what I'm saying, likes to get smashed. It's not much fun. It ruins a day of your vacation, and even the next day kind of you lose. So just limit the alcohol. And the other thing is, when you especially in the States, when you get your food, people say like split your portions in half and share it with your spouse or whatever, but I found that portions are the hardest thing for me, because I love eating, but I found if I split it in half and I eat the first half and then wait for a while, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll have another half the huge sandwich later in the day. Sometimes I have it and sometimes I don't, and sometimes you have it the next day for lunch, and that way you're cutting your portions, and it's a painless way to do it, because you still have it, it's still there for you if you decide you want it, but just space it out a bit. Tips and tricks. Have a good vacation. Gotcha. So if you're traveling with kids, one trick that we picked up is that on Craigslist or Kijiji, if you're in Canada, you can pick up these running strollers used for like $30. They're usually $50 to rent them for a week, but you can just buy them, and if you're lucky enough to find someone who will let you store it at their place, if you stay there over and over again, then that works well too.